Julia's dream is to move her family to Oz in the hope of a better lifestyle for their children.
I'm not doing it for myself. I'm not doing it to follow my personal dream. I just think that our children would have a better future there.
But husband Hussein's not so sure. He's been through it before and found moving from one country to another difficult.
When I first came in England, I felt isolated for a couple of years, and I do not want to repeat the same thing.
Julia hopes that seeing properties, work opportunities and the lifestyle Oz has to offer during a trial week will change his mind. But will they fit in and be accepted for who they are?
It's important that we find a mosque that welcomes us the way we are. It's quite a diverse Muslim family. We're not a standard Muslim family from just one background.
Famed for its pristine beaches, hours of sunshine and fabulous lifestyle, Australia welcomes a new resident every minute. Add a thriving economy with plentiful work opportunities, and it's easy to see why, for over 25 years, the country's been the top choice for families in the UK seeking a happy and prosperous future. It's taken 2 flights and almost 24 hours in the air for the family to get from London to Brisbane, and as they touch down, they start to realise they're a long way from home.
I think that having done this journey for the first time with the whole family, I think it really hits home how difficult it is to do that with children on a regular basis. It just takes so long, and I'm thinking about our family and friends, how often somebody really would come and visit, because it is very, very hard.
Mauritian-born dad Hussein is used to long-haul flights, but never like this.
It was too much, and I was exhausted, and have to entertain my little boy and looking after the rest of the family, and that was exhausting.
The week ahead will now have to deliver if the dream down under is to become a reality.
Better job, who pay more, and work 5 days a week, and also my community setting as well. I would prefer to live in a diverse community setting.
Despite their concerns, the Rosins are raring to go.
It's such a dream of mine, but now actually arriving, it's all a bit of a blur, and it's like, is this really, really happening? And are we really here, and are we really doing this?
I am excited. At the same time, I'm scared.
Let's hope the positivity continues, as the week ahead will decide where the family's future lies, once and for all. Meet the Rosin family. They are Dad Hussein, Mum Julia, Aliyah aged 8, sister Amira who's 6, and little Adam not quite 2. They live in Sunbury-on-Thames in Surrey. Hussein, originally from Mauritius, and Julia from Austria, came to Britain 11 years ago.
I was in a group of lots of international students, and I found out about different religions, and I came across Islam, and I started reading the Quran, and I decided to convert to Islam. I was Christian before.
Devout Muslims, theirs is an arranged marriage.
I proposed her, and she did say yes. She did say yes. And from there, in 3 months' time, we were married.
Which was very difficult for my family to accept, because I got married to a stranger, and obviously I didn't know him very well. And here we are, 10 years later, we're still together, and we're very happy, yeah.
Yes.
The pair are very much in love, and Hussein and their 3 children are the centre of Julia's world. But she feels the move to Oz would be best for their family.
Me asking him to move to Australia is a really difficult ask, and I'm very aware of that I'm asking a lot from him. But I'm not doing it for myself. I'm not doing it to follow my personal dream. I just think that our children would have a better future there.
But Hussein has concerns about the thought of moving.
When I first came in England, I felt isolated for a couple of years because I didn't have anyone to talk to go out with, and I do not want to repeat the same thing.
But his wife just won't let it go.
Julia's dream to Australia is stressing me out, and every day she cannot stop talking about Australia.
I do still believe that in the end, We've done it once, so why wouldn't we be able to do it again?
Time to make a decision one way or the other, and Hussein accepts he has to give it a go.
Julia has been on and on for 5 years, and I think I should help support her. And if it works out, a good tap on her shoulder. If it doesn't work out, we still move on with our life in England.
It is a huge ask and a huge responsibility.
It is important that we find a mosque that we feel we could fit in and that welcomes us the way we are. It's quite a diverse Muslim family. We're not a standard Muslim family from just one background. You'd have to be accepted into a new community the way we are, really.
That is right. Yeah.
I think then you're sold.
Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah?
Yeah, I believe in that, yeah.
And although Julia is pushing for the move, she has her own concerns.
One of the reasons why we've both moved here is because of the diversity, because we can live our lives just the way we want to. And if I've got any feeling that I wouldn't be welcome there with my scarf, I would struggle to find a job, or we wouldn't find a supportive Muslim community, I think that the dream would be off for us.
And the children seem to be on board, not sure if they fully realise how far away it is.
Can you drive to Australia in a car? No.
For Hussein, though, the thought of leaving his sister behind is too much.
I felt isolated when I came to England, and Parvin was here all the times for me.
Come on, hold your nerve. Hold your nerve. Come on.
And Julia is worried about leaving her mum behind in Austria.
She's always been my best friend, and I think moving to the UK has already really taken a toll on her, and she's struggled to accept that decision for many years. Yeah, I worry about her, how she would take it, and I worry about, taking the children away from her as well. They love her, their grandma.
In the end, Julia knows that she's throwing everything on the line with her Australian dream. And what if they can't agree?
If we don't agree whether or not to move to Australia, I think I will leave the decision to you, because as in our relationship, as my husband, you're the ultimate decision maker, and I'm happy to take your word.
Okay. At the end of the trial week, if we don't agree, I think we should make a decision as a family. We need to see what are the positive and the negative living in Australia and living in England. And I will be surprised if Julia wins.
And I'm quite confident that I will be able to convince you. So that's why it's easy for me to say that I will accept your no. But I'm very confident that I can convince you.
Thank you.
The Rosins are spending their trial week on the Gold Coast in Southport, a seaside suburb an hour south of Brisbane. Home for the next 7 days is a spacious private 3-bedroom home, and I think they like what they see.
Wow, look at that. It's nice, isn't it? Oh, I like this. Oh, it's good to be finally here, no?
It's good, yes.
You're going to go straight to sleep? No. Should we see what else there is? Yeah. Yeah, OK. Oh, look what I see.
Oh, my goodness.
So much for jet lag.
The garden is lovely and it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's nice.
Think it's a thumbs up for the Ronclaw, and the relief that they're now settled after the journey is overwhelming.
I'm so glad to be here.
Oh, so am I.
I'm really, really tired now.
Yeah, after this long flight, yeah. I look forward for the week, for the sunshine, the beach, the houses, my work.
Yeah.
And also the community as well.
Yeah. I hope we'll get to go to the mosque. I think that will be a really good experience. Do you think I'll be able to convince you after what you've seen so far?
I think you will be able to convince me.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really, I like this.
I had a good first impression, and
the sun is shining.
the sun is shining, the house is nice.
Yeah.
And
If any of the houses they show us are anything like this, I'll move tomorrow.
Back in the UK, the Rosins live in Sunbury-on-Thames in Surrey, in a 3-bed semi with a large garden. They've been there for 6 years, but now with 3 growing children, it's become, well, cosy, to say the least.
We have definitely run out of space. Ever since Adam was born, we feel really cramped up inside, and we do need another bedroom. At the moment, all 3 kids share 1 bedroom, and that's just not feasible in the long run.
So number 1 priority on their property search in Brisbane is space.
Our dream has always been to either live in a new built house or to build our own.
Yeah.
Ideally, I want to be close to a beach. We do want to have an active outdoor lifestyle, and I think that being close to the beach is part of that.
And a swimming pool outside.
OK, let's see what your budget of £400,000 might get you on the Gold Coast. Today we'll show the family 3 properties, 2 close to their budget and 1 more expensive but could be their ideal family home. First stop is Arundel, 15 minutes from the rental, north and inland. Closer to Brisbane city centre, with great schools, playgrounds and a thriving community feel, this area should be just what the family are looking for. What will first impressions be of this 5-bedroom, 2-bathroom family home?
Wow. That is a beautiful house.
This is what I imagined, a perfect Australian house.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get inside.
Can't wait to get inside.
Yeah.
It's a far cry from their 3-bedroom semi back in the UK.
Wow.
Look,
it's swimming pool.
Oh, it's nice and spacious, isn't
Very
it?
nice, very nice.
Lots of space for entertaining, bring all our friends round.
Yeah.
The spacious living room leads into the kitchen, which also gets the thumbs up.
When I picked up moving to Australia, this is the kind of kitchen I was seeing in my mind,
Correct, yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. For me, this house is impressive. If I have to start from scratch to build a house, this is my dream house.
And young Aaliyah is blown away by what she's spotted outside.
A swimming pool.
Look at that.
Is it big enough for you, Aliyah?
Yeah.
It's big enough for me.
I think this is a nice garden because it's got loads of space for cartwheels.
This is our dream house we're looking.
Yeah, brilliant.
This house has impressed so far. Next up, the main bedroom.
Oh, my days.
Is this double the size if I was at home?
It is. Let's have
Oh, that's plenty of space, isn't it?
Oh.
Now that I've seen it, I think it's a brilliant thing to have.
brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
What will they make of the ensuite?
No more sharing a bathroom with all of
Look,
us.
his and her. Oh, my
And we
goodness.
finally got a shower.
And with 5 bedrooms, there's plenty of room for everyone.
Decent size, isn't it?
It is a decent size, especially for the children. That is a big bedroom for them.
Next up is the family bathroom.
Look at that. Do you like the bath, Aliyah?
And there's a shower and a bath.
A shower and a bath. Oh, perfect, no?
Perfect.
It's now time for Mum and Dad to find out if this house is somewhere they could afford to call home. They have a budget of £400,000.
Aliyah?
What do you
I
think?
like the house because of the garden.
Because of the garden, of course. It's got a swimming pool.
It has a swimming pool.
Yeah. What about you?
I agree.
This might be very, very close to my dream house. I think when I pictured our Australian home, this would be almost it. The only thing to improve on it would be to have the neighbours a tiny bit further away because it's a bit overlooked.
Okay.
Knowing how much they've got to spend, can they afford it?
I think this house is on the market for £375,000.
I think for the size of this house, I think I would value it around £430,000. All right, okay. £410,000. I think I'd be willing to pay £410,000. It's just £10,000 over budget.
Yeah,
So you're happy?
I am happy and I'm ready.
Oh, you're ready to make the move then? I like what I hear. I like what I hear. That's brilliant, yeah.
With things off to such a promising start, it's time to move on to the next property. It's just over 5 miles south in Ashmore, a popular suburb with an abundance of family-friendly amenities and only a couple of miles from the beach. This 5-bedroom house is as large inside as it is on the outside, but will it impress as much as the first property?
A wow for me.
Really?
It's nice.
Really? I'm struggling to see anything positive. I would never, ever consider buying a house on a dual carriage.
Dual carriageway. Okay.
I don't like the
nice.
look of it at all.
Not such a good start. Let's get inside.
Okay. It's newly renovated, isn't it?
It's newly renovated.
I like the kitchen.
I like the kitchen too.
It's not too dissimilar from the kitchen we've got at home, isn't it?
It's not.
The black and white.
Black and white.
Yeah,
We like black and white.
We do,
Yeah.
we do.
Finding good-sized rooms for all the family is a big priority, and this house is beginning to deliver.
The size is really good, isn't it?
The size is good. I like the size.
I can still hear the road, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will the outside impress Julia?
It's a good size. It's bigger than the first one we saw, but I don't think it would work for us as family. It doesn't have any lawn.
Yeah.
And it's not a swimming pool for children. You know, the kids, they would look at this as a pond.
Yeah.
Time to check out the bedrooms.
It's like a prison. I would not in a million years put our children in here at all. Look at that, the view.
It's a no-no.
It's a naughty corner.
It's like a naughty corner with them.
Oh dear, and it seems Hussein is throwing away the key on this property too.
The view at the back is very nice comparing to
Compared
the one
to the prison.
downstairs. Yeah, and I like the size for a kid's room.
Next, the main bedroom.
Yeah, it's a good master bedroom, isn't it?
No,
No?
no.
No? Too small?
It's small where your bed is.
I do like the ensuite, though, you know. The bath is beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
The walk-in wardrobe? Yeah, that's probably enough. Big enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can the price make it any more attractive? Wonder if it's less than their £400,000 budget.
And what do you think?
I think it's on budget at £400,000.
I think this house would cost around £425,000.
You do the honours today.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. It's £392,000. That's good, isn't it?
That is good. It's on the budget, and I guess it is in a nice location.
That gives me lots of hope that we will find something that's within budget.
Yeah.
And that will be nice size and character as well, something that we really like.
Yeah.
The only thing going for this property turns out to be its price. Property number 3 is also in Ashmore. This is what we think could be the Rosin's dream house. It's different from the first 2 properties, but Julia has said she loves character, and this 4-bedroom family home has oodles of it.
This is different, isn't it? Don't know what to say.
Incredibly different.
Don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. I'm really, really intrigued. I wonder what it's like inside.
Yeah, me too.
I love the glass everywhere. I think this is going to be really, really bright inside.
If the last property offered a modern form of living, it's clear this one is, quite unlike anything they've seen before.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
This is not what I imagined, but it's beautiful. This really awakens childhood memories in me, you know? It's just like, this is like, I don't know, I don't feel like I'm in Australia anymore. I feel I'm back in Austria. It's quite emotional, actually. No, really it is. You've got all the wood there, and you've got the high ceilings. This is like a really nice Austrian home would be something like that, like a really posh chalet. What do you think of the kitchen?
Kitchen look nice, decent size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Again,
like the style.
white.
Yeah, the style is nice.
The
You know, you've got
style.
the worktops are nice, you
Yeah.
know? But
It's a nice house, but it's not my style.
yeah.
Disappointing news for Julia, but what will Hussein think of the open-plan bedroom?
I'm shocked. I am shocked. Yeah.
You don't like it?
No, honestly.
No,
I
it's
don't
not. It's not you. It's not
It's
you
not my-
at all. No,
it's not my
It's
style.
It's not you at all. And I don't think
No.
we'd have an open bedroom like this.
No.
I don't think we'd like this being in the middle of, without any walls and doors.
Yeah.
But I think it's definitely really impressive. I think this
It is
house has
impressive. It's
so
beautiful.
much character.
Yeah.
Back downstairs to check out the remaining bedrooms.
I like wood,
Yeah.
but
okay.
this is
too much.
This is overkill.
Too much wood, yeah.
This is wood overkill.
Yeah. Wow.
To be honest, I could not see kids in
the
there
kids
at
in
all.
there.
It's not a children's bedroom at
No.
all. I don't think they'd like it.
Yeah. I like the bricks layout, yes, but I would prefer that to be in the lounge than in the bedroom.
Will they be wowed with this annex?
Oh, interesting. Like a granny flat. Perfect for my mum, no?
For your mum, yeah. Now, where will my mum be then?
Your mum and my mum have to take turns
Okay.
coming to visit.
Yeah.
I think so.
Let's get outside.
That's impressive, isn't
That
it?
is, yeah.
Wow, look at that. I love the outside.
I love it. I love the outside.
Absolutely can't fault it. It's just the outside is perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we'd better see if it's worth arguing over.
I would estimate this to be about £550,000.
I think this house is worth £530,000. Go on, turn it over.
Okay, let's see. Oh, right. Okay. Well, £500,000. Well, it's all right, isn't it? We thought it was more expensive. It would be more expensive.
Yeah.
It's probably a fair price to pay for somebody who likes the character. It's a beautiful house.
Yeah.
I think it's really truly unique, and it will make a lovely home for somebody.
It will.
It just won't be us.
It won't be us.
The day's house hunting has been a real eye-opener for the Rosin family. The first house immediately impressed. Loads of living space, good rooms for the children, a dream kitchen and a large outside space for play had Julia in raptures. The second house on paper had all the modern space they longed for, but Julia disliked it from the start. Not just because it was on a busy dual carriageway, but the pokey cell-like bedrooms made her want to lock the door and throw away the key. Property number 3, the Alpine-style chalet, conjured up happy memories of Julia's Austrian childhood, but the sloping wooden ceilings did nothing for Hussein. A wistful Julia accepted it was not for them, but would make some family very happy. So when it comes to homes down under, will they vote for the UK or Australia?
Australia! OK.
I voted for Australia today because the amount of space you can get on your own property comparing to UK, it's way.
There's no comparison,
no
really.
No comparison.
Yeah. We couldn't have had a better start to the week, I think, seeing fantastic properties and you voting for Australia. I mean, can't get better than that.
Can't get better than
Can't
that.
wait for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A unanimous vote for Australia is a step in the right direction for Julia's dream of a better life. But if it's to become a reality, the couple will need to secure employment. Back in the UK, Hussein is a theatre nurse earning £23,000 a year working shifts. And that is what is causing problems.
I don't get to see my children often. It's only when it's my day off and they're around, or if not, they are at school. And I will be happy if Australia can offer me, let's say, 5 days a week, office hours 8 to 5, and my weekend I spend with my children in the community as well.
Julia too wants quality time with her family, even prepared to pay a price for it in Oz.
We are really not money-orientated people, so it's not just about the figures stacking up, but it also needs to be about job satisfaction.
1, 2.
Fraser Kelly too.
1, 2.
Hussein loves the hospital he works at, and I wouldn't want to convince him to move to a job that he actually doesn't enjoy.
Fluent in 3 languages, Julia is a teacher in a secondary school.
I teach languages, so I teach at the moment mainly German, all the way from 8-year-olds to 18-year-olds, and I teach French and Spanish to very little ones, so sort of 7 to 10-year-olds.
But she's worried her skills might not be wanted down under.
I'm not sure how popular German is in Australian schools, and because this is my main language, I'm not sure how sought after I would be as a language teacher of those particular languages. So I think going to see Australian schools for myself would really clear that up for me.
This is a big day and Hussein is feeling nervous.
What would be great news is my shift would be weekdays instead of weekends, and I will have more time spending with my family.
He's meeting Jane McLennan, Director of Nursing at a private day hospital.
We only have patients here on a Monday to Friday basis, so we don't do weekend work and we don't do night duty work.
That's good, yeah.
And also we don't do on-call like you would be used to in the UK.
Great news for Hussein, but could he get a job in Brisbane?
Your skills are obviously mainly in the theatre area, and they're definitely transferable to Australia. You no problems getting a job in Brisbane or the Gold Coast.
That's good news for Hussein. Across town, Julia is getting ready for her interview. She's meeting Managing Director Pablo Carpio of the Language Academy.
I'm worried that not many high schools offer German as a subject on their curriculum. What would your advice be?
As far as I know, a lot of high schools and primary schools in Australia, they don't actually offer German. European languages, German and French and Spanish are not as popular as the Asian languages.
There's no hiding the fact that Julia is disappointed, but they do teach German at the language centre.
If I was to work at a language school like this one, what sort of working hours would I be looking at?
The work will be on a casual basis or part-time basis, yeah? I'll say between 10 to 20 hours a week from $46 per hour, which is about 25 pounds per hour.
OK.
Sounds like the family will still need a main wage earner. Back to Hussein.
So the base salary would be about £35,000 up to £47,000, depending on your years of service.
I am ecstatic.
Great. And we only do a 38-hour week over
And you
here,
only do 38 hours, and this is like a great opportunity.
So that rate doesn't include overtime or... No.
Wow.
At the end of a busy workday, the couple meet up to compare notes.
So I'm dying to find out. How did your day go?
Oh, my day went very well.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
I could earn starting from £35,000.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. That is level 1 nurses.
Wow.
Level 2 nurses start from 47 or above.
When do we move?
When do we move?
That's good. Well, my news wasn't as straightforward, to be honest. It's good and it's bad. My fears were proven correct that it's going to be quite difficult to find a German teaching job.
Oh, right.
And especially a part-time one. Now, hearing your good news, I think that that takes a bit of pressure off my income. And didn't we say that if we make the move, that you would be...
It will be me who will be the breadwinner.
And I would have to settle the kids in anyway.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be looking at working that many hours. So casual work initially would probably suit us anyway for the first year or so. What do you think?
I think, well, it's entirely up to you if you want to pursue as a teacher in the future, or you can change career.
Yeah, that's another option. Yeah.
And it's time to vote.
Based on our work meetings today, our vote goes to... Australia!
Oh, not surprised. I'm not surprised you voted Australia.
I'm surprised you chose Australia. Why?
I think because I'm not just voting based on myself, I'm voting based on both of us. And because it's a joint decision, and I think you got enough good news for both of us. So even though mine wasn't all perfect, I think it's definitely some good news and definitely in the right direction. So, so there's a career for me somewhere out there. It might just be a bit more tricky to find than yours.
Knowing now I can get a good job with good prospects here and in a private hospital, I think this is a great opportunity for us to move to Australia.
It's brilliant, huh? Australia all the way.
Yeah.
Well done.
Even though they haven't found perfection yet, the two are prepared to vote for Australia, believing it has the potential to enhance their family's life. It is only halfway through the week, so a lot can change, and often does once reality checks and messages from home kick in. Something tells me the hard decisions are still to come. First, though, it's a welcome and important day out, with the family sampling what it would be like to be a Muslim family living on the Gold Coast. It's back up in the clouds for the Rosin family, though not in a plane this time, but high up in the branches for a treetop challenge.
I'm feeling excited and a little bit nervous. I'm not scared at all because there's a really long zip line.
The children are desperate to try this out. You can do it!
Push yourself off really, really fast.
And for the girls, well, fun time has just whizzed by.
Well done, like
Whoa!
It's been a rare chance to spend some quality time together, a fact that's not lost on either mum or dad. But what is equally important is how, as a Muslim family, they might fit into the Aussie lifestyle. A warm welcome greets them.
So if we decided to move here, do you think we'd make friends very quickly with the help
Well, I'm your friend now. That's only for a short time. I don't like to make too many friends, but no, just joking. Definitely, you will definitely fit in, and we welcome any new visitors here. It's been our tradition here, once we see a new family come in, to help that family get settled.
As the sun drops out of the sky at 5:30, they realise Ramadan is child-friendly in Brisbane.
We love to go to break the fast at the mosque. Unfortunately, in the UK, it's very late in the day, so we don't tend to take the children there. So for me, having the opportunity to take the children with us was really quite special.
I think it's really nice that everyone sits together and eats together.
I feel happy. I had warm welcome from some brothers here, and it's amazing. I already feel like it's my home.
It has been a near-perfect day, and meeting expats Saima and Noor is perhaps the best bit.
It's been a really good evening, hasn't it?
It has been.
Did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
We did too, because we also were here for the first time in this mosque for iftar.
Yeah.
We have been here for the prayers, but not for iftar, and that was really good.
Wow.
Yeah. No, we've had a great evening, isn't it? Great iftar. Yeah.
So, as the light has faded and darkness is here, it's time to vote.
Based on our great day out today, our vote goes to Australia! Oh, wow! The girls voted Australia!
Wow.
Well, who can blame them? It's been a fantastic day, isn't it?
It has been.
I voted for Australia because we had a great time at treetop climbing.
What about Amira? Why did you think Australia's better?
I think Australia's better because we had fun and everything was nicer than the UK.
Really? And you love the weather, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, why Australia?
I chose Australia because our lifestyle, family lifestyle, number one.
Yeah.
The Muslim community, the scenery here.
Beautiful, yeah.
The villages here, they are beautiful.
Yeah. What made a real difference for me was meeting all those lovely people in the mosque. I think they're just so welcoming, and I don't think I've ever experienced that sort of community spirit in my life, and that was really special.
So far, their time in Brisbane has assured the couple the country could give them the lifestyle they're longing for. But for the dream to become a reality, the numbers will have to add up, and getting the right price for their home in the UK could be crucial. 2 local estate agents give their valuations.
Very nice front reception room, very tasteful, neutral decor.
Oh, fantastic. Really nice modern kitchen, modern work surfaces. The UPVC windows are really good, double glazed.
Assuming this is the master bedroom, good sized room. Only advice would be minimalise, take some of this stuff out and make it feel bigger.
Okay, fantastic. This would be bedroom 2, and it is a decent size. I have to say it would be very popular.
Okay, wow. Really good sized garden. Much bigger than I expected. Perfect decking area for entertaining. Very good garden. I can see buyers really liking this. In today's market, I would value this house at £400,000. For a quick sale, I would put it on the market for £375,000.
In today's market, I would value the property at £400,000. For a quick sale, I would put the property on the market at £375,000.
I think that's really good news.
It is good news, £400,000.
We can buy your dream house, because that's just like £10,000 more, and that's really doable, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant.
It's all good news, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you ready for this?
It's an encouraging start, but how would the Rosin's cost of living down under compare with back in the UK? To find out, we've provided a comparison of prices between the 2 countries, and the weekly grocery shop throws up some surprises.
Oh, wow. I can see a lot of things more expensive. Our halal chicken breast. In the UK, we pay about £5.99 for that. Look at that. £8.10.
Oh my goodness.
We'll have to eat more vegetarian food.
And after adding it up, it's not good news.
Our weekly shopping bill would be £29, 28p more than in the UK.
I think it's doable because my wages as well is high.
Should be higher, yeah.
The couple move on to examine their bigger outgoings, basing their figures on the first home they viewed.
So in Australia, we'd be paying £272 more a month.
Their calculations around the mortgage and other costs comes out higher too.
That's £203.
That's expensive. Why do they charge so much here?
Adding it up,
£700 more a month, but we live in a much, much nicer house.
Bigger house, yeah.
Yeah.
how will the Australian salaries impact on the dream?
So in Australia, we'd be better off by £139 a month. Brilliant, so I am happy.
No prizes for guessing how this vote's going to go.
Based on our reality check today, our vote goes to... Australia. Okay. Not a surprise then, huh?
No.
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 This was an easy vote today because we are slightly better off, and that just gives me reassurance that we can afford the lifestyle here that we've been dreaming of.
It's affordable for us.
It looks like it's affordable for us because of the salary, so I think that's really good news, and has that reassured you a little bit?
It has. Seeing the figures on the page gave me the confidence that we can afford living in Australia.
Just as the positives continue to add up, messages from home remind the family just how difficult a move could be.
Should we watch the messages from home, girls?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hussein is my brother, and a couple of months ago, they told me they might move to Australia. I was shocked at first, and then, of course, I was sad as well, because he's my only brother.
For me, Julia is a very, very good friend, and because we don't have family around, so we consider the whole family as part of our family.
Amira is more like Hussein, bit bold and talkative, and Alia is more
like mommy,
more matured and always a bit like Julia in terms of, you know, her characteristics and everything.
If they moved to Australia, I would miss Alia and Amira because they were really good friends to me, and to me they're really like sisters. They just leave me and my heart breaks, and I wouldn't have them to play with me anymore in the playground at school. I will miss Alia because she was my first friend, and I really want her to stay.
Definitely gonna miss them, the children, and I love the children though. They call me, I'm their favorite uncle, so I'm definitely gonna miss that.
Losing her being here, it is challenging, it is difficult because it's not easy to find a good friend as Julia. I can always phone anytime or text or just say, Julia, I need your help, I need some help with the children. And she'll just be there for me. Always. She never lets me down.
If he moves away, I will be very sad. It's very upsetting. And I don't know how I'm going to cope with that.
I will miss the whole family, and please just bear in mind, whatever you decide, you will be in our heart forever.
Hussein, think of all the precious thing you're leaving behind in the UK.
We all gonna miss you, Hussein. You know how dearly, how close we are. You're like my brother. So, though we'll miss you, but do what is best for you and your family.
It's good to hear that from family and friends because you can see how
they care for us.
They care for us. And it's sad. And on the other side, you felt that it's happy as well.
They made me feel a bit sad. I wouldn't like to leave them, but I would like to stay in Australia too.
It's difficult, isn't it? You want to have both.
This decision doesn't just affect us, but it's our decision. So we're taking a decision that will be difficult to accept for some people.
At the start of the week, Julia wanted to move her family to the warmth of the Gold Coast for a better life. Now, after the friends and family messages, she realises how emotional that move would be, not just for them, but for the wider loving circle they are part of. Hussein feels the same about family ties, but he has been swayed by what Australia has to offer. He's adopting a pragmatic approach. What's the worst that can happen? He knows they can always go back home. There's a lot to think over. What would you do? Time for their final vote. As they prepare to depart, the Rosins are reflecting on the week that might change their lives forever.
Australia has exceeded my expectation. As I said to my wife, I'm not a risk taker. And this week has proven that we can do it.
It's been exhausting, but amazing at the same time. We've had so many different experiences. We've met lots of different people. We've seen amazing places.
And the children are so loving the great outdoors.
This week has been amazing. The weather is warm and not cold like the United Kingdom. I like the parks and beaches, and the playgrounds are really cool.
Messages from home, however, did provide some serious food for thought.
Watching the messages from home has made me emotional, especially my sister. We have been together all along till now, and she's been looking after me at quite a young age, and she's like a second mother to me. And leaving her and her family and us coming all the way to Australia, it is a challenge.
Leaving family is not just on Hussein's mind.
Watching the messages from home made me think that I should stay in England.
For Julia, the thought of leaving her mum behind in Austria is too much.
I don't know what saying goodbye to my mum would be like. I don't know. It's in life, you know, you never know what happens next, and being so far away is obviously it's really really scary. It's a lot of sacrifice for sunshine and blue sky, and a house with a swimming pool, and I feel incredibly selfish.
Once so sure about where their future lay, Julia is riddled with doubt. Hussein too is feeling the stress.
This is a real important decision, and it's so important to make it right.
All that remains is to vote. Will it be head over heart?
After a truly wonderful week on the Gold Coast, our final vote goes to... Australia! Amira, why did you vote Australia then?
I voted Australia today because I like the weather here and it's really nice here.
Why did you vote UK?
Because all my friends are there and I'll miss them.
You know what, if we do decide to move here, I'm sure we'll make really great friends over here too, and we'll make sure that our friends from the UK come and visit us all the time. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Would that be okay? Yeah, brilliant. So, are we moving to Australia then?
Hopefully. Spending a week in Australia, seeing what Australia can offer to our family, I'm prepared to take that risk.
Yeah. I'm really happy because at the beginning of the week, I wasn't too sure if I'd be able to convince you. You know, you had so many doubts in your mind. You were really quite apprehensive. And I think now, standing here and you are like a changed person. I've converted you. Australia all the way.
It's an eye-opener for me, taking the risk with a family.
Yeah.
And see what happens. That's beautiful. Sunshine. Yeah.
Well, what a result. Hussein has been completely bowled over by the whole experience. Not a risk taker by nature, he is now prepared to take the risk for the potential rewards a move would offer his family. Julia is over the moon and promises Alia that if they do decide to go, they'll make sure she keeps in touch with her friends in the UK. I think this family is destined for Oz, but of course, only time will tell. And in the meantime, we wish them the best of luck.